Hello, my name is Mike Watt, and once again I am talking to you from an empty room. And I'm continuing my 50 zillion part series on Exploitation Nation, our biannual cult film digest, and we're on issue 13 right now. And issue 13 is another one of our indie issues. The theme came up accidentally. We were started getting inundated with news of filmmakers that we knew in the trenches coming up. We're getting things reissued, including Our Own Severe Injuries was picked up by Vinegar Syndrome and Saturn's Core around this time. So we decided we're going to do another indie film issue. And around this time, Steven Sayadian had finally gotten Dr. Caligari released through Mondo Macabro, and this celebrates that as well. And Exploitation Nation for a while is just the Steven Sayadian magazine, if you will, because I'll pursue something because I like the journey, and I'm talking about the journey. So we started Steven's journey in issue 3. We've continued it throughout. Now Dr. Caligari is finally out with this issue, and I sent him a copy of this, asked for a little autograph because I do that, and I don't care who knows it. It makes me happy. We have special thanks to, we cover the films of Brad Sykes, Charles Pinion, Daniel Bird helped me out with Dr. Caligari. Daniel is the film restorationist. Jerry Stahl is interviewed in here as well. He wrote Dr. Caligari and a mind-blowing book called 999, where he takes a tour of death camps. He takes a bus tour of death camps. And of course, Steven Sayadian helped me out with a number of interview questions as well. He was constantly on the road during this issue, so he'd send me little updates as we'd go along. And it was, I think we did the interview over the course of a couple of weeks, because Ryan and Amy and I sat down for a long time. We were just bouncing the ideas back and forth. I wanted the video cassette to look like a monolith, because these are all people who started in the VHS era and are having their stuff revisited today. I think we were finally down to, okay, we need to put feet here. Well, let's cover the feet. We should the feet be uncovered. We did a lot of things just to get to this image, which I really, really adore. So many of our covers, I think, would make great posters. I mean that sincerely. Daniel Bird, again, the restorationist on Dr. Caligari, who is also finishing up Cafe Flesh right now. We will be talking about Cafe Flesh. Do not worry about that. I always enjoy the themes, the visual themes that Ryan comes up with for these issues. Charles Pinion with his films, who I didn't know back in the glory days, but I'm happy and lucky to have gotten to know today. Tim Ritter, who was, if not the first indie filmmaker to make it big with Truth or Dare. He was damn near close. And I can't think of anyone who might have come before him. I'm sure 10,000 people will be running down to correct me right now, and actually, I'll welcome it. Dr. Rhonda goes to meet Lydia Lunch, and I have one Lydia Lunch story. Lydia Lunch used to live in the south side of Pittsburgh, and I was on my way to work. I was ushering at the Rex Theater, and I heard this screech from 2 floors above me. "Hey, fucker!" I look up. "What time is it?" "3:15. "Thanks, fucker!" And then he slammed the window, and that is my encounter with Lydia Lunch. Exploitation-nation.com for the back issues, and I will talk to you again for issue 14.